Hello, my name is Wendy Rose. I am from the island of Jamaica. I am currently a student at the New Mexico Highlands University, where I am in my final year in the program of Media Arts and Computer Science. The book I will be sharing today is in partial completion of my studies. The book is entitled Anansi, the Greedy Spider. This story is one of the many adaptations of the famous Jamaican folklore character Anansi. Anansi is known for his wit and cunning personality, but each story typically ends with a valuable lesson on morals. Take a journey as we explore the values of being kind to one another through an authentic Jamaican fable. Anansi the Greedy Spider. Story by Wendy Rose, illustrated by Trishana Rose and Wendy Rose. How Anansi came to Jamaica, a tribute to our enslaved ancestors. Anansi was a small spider. Little and brave was he. Anansi overcame the redcoats after he came from Ghana on a boat. Anansi led a rebellion just so his friends could be safe again. One day, Anansi said, "Let's run to the mountains." This was the easiest way to escape the Britons. For certain, the redcoats did come in search. Little Anansi gathered his warriors. Anansi said, "We can't beat them in armor, but we can outsmart them in attire." Anansi and his friends dressed in mud and leaves. The redcoats got confused and took their leave. Little Anansi and his friends were happy to live in peace. I want to thank the Department of Media Arts and also the New Mexico Highlands University for helping me to reach thus far in my studies. This book was tributed to Jamar Thelwell, a friend and also a lecturer of mine that passed on this year. I also want to thank my advisors. One day, Anansi was preparing Jamaica's national dish, ackee and saltfish. He added yellow yams, fried dumpling, and roast breadfruit too. Anansi set the table and was ready to gobble down the food when he heard a knock at the door. Anansi opened the door. "Hello, Anansi," said Turtle. "Mr. Turtle, what business do you have with me today?" Anansi was not too happy to see Turtle. "I could smell your dinner from a mile away. May I join you?" asked Turtle. "Turtle, your hands are dirty from your journey here. Please go wash up before we begin," said Anansi. Once Turtle left, Anansi began to gobble down the food. Turtle returned and noticed that the food was almost gone. "Anansi, you started without me?" Turtle asked. "Yes, Turtle, the food was getting cold," Anansi replied. Turtle sat at the table and was ready to eat when Anansi said, "Turtle, your hands aren't clean enough." Turtle crawled away to the bathroom, and once again, Anansi began to gobble down the food. When Turtle returned, to his surprise, the food was all gone. "Anansi, the food is all gone," said Turtle. Hungry and angry, Turtle took his leave. One day, Anansi received an invitation in his mailbox. Turtle was inviting him to lunch at his house. With a big grin on his face, he made his way to Turtle's house. When Anansi got to the riverbank, he looked down in the water. Turtle was at the bottom of the river. The table was set nicely with rice and peas and curry goat. Anansi's mouth watered looking at the food. He jumped into the water. Splash! Anansi stayed afloat in the water. He kicked and kicked with all his might, but he was too light. "Come on down, Anansi. The food is getting cold." Gobble, gobble. Turtle began to eat as fast as he could. Anansi climbed to the back of the river. He was not ready to quit just yet. Anansi filled his pockets with rocks and jumped into the water. "Nice of you to join me, Anansi, but there will be no jacket at the table," said Turtle. Anansi removed his jacket and up he went. He floated to the top as he watched Turtle eat all the food. Hungry, wet, and sad, Anansi headed home. "I guess my mom was right. What goes around comes back around." Thank you for listening to my story. If there is any questions or suggestions, I would greatly appreciate it.